Good morning. Today, as we continue our Sermon on the Mount series, we're going to have a look at fasting. In this section of the Sermon on the Mount, Jesus addresses the question, what do spiritual disciplines or spiritual practices look like for those who are part of the kingdom of God? He's already spoken about prayer and generosity, and now he turns to fasting. How does Christian fasting differ from other religions and other common understandings? Jesus again contrasts the people of the kingdom with the scribes and Pharisees and other religious people. We've already seen Jesus saying, "You've heard that it was said, but I say." This time he says, "Whatever you do, do not, but instead." Let's read the passage and we'll see where this happens. Matthew 6:16 to 18. "Whenever you fast, do not look somber as the hypocrites do, for they disfigure their faces to show others they're fasting. Truly, I tell you, they've received their reward in full. But when you fast, put on oil on your head and wash your face, so that it will not be obvious to others that you are fasting, but only to your Father, who is unseen. And your Father, who is seen, who sees what is done in secret, will reward you." Now, the whole topic of fasting needs more than a 5-minute devotional. So for more on this topic, I've pasted a link below for a sermon Daniel did last year. I encourage you to have a listen. It's the second one on the list, and it's called Eating and Fasting. Please explore this further by checking that out. But what I want to do with this is point out 3 things that Jesus says about fasting in this passage. Firstly, fasting is expected. Do you notice that in each of the 3 sections where he talks about generosity and prayer also, and here with fasting, he doesn't say if you fast, he says when you fast. Fasting was expected of Jesus' followers as it was expected of the Jewish people, the Jewish religion that they had come out of. Fasting was common amongst the Jewish people and of a lot of other religions at the time. So he's not asking them to do it. That's expected. They would be doing it. He's asking them to do it properly. And so likewise for us, as the people of God today, we should be taking time to fast. This is a spiritual discipline that's been lost, but something that people of God have enjoyed for millennia. So the first thing is that fasting is expected. The second thing is that fasting is between you and God. Jesus tells us that we should do it in secret. We like to brag, tell people how good we are at this or that, how good our children are at this or that, or grandchildren or whatever. But this is one area where we just should not brag. And if you do, your fasting turns from something being focused on God to something focused on yourself. We try to gain points by letting everyone know how we fast and how hungry we are because we're fasting, because I'm so godly, I'm just trying to be godly and fast more, right? Jesus says that if this is what we do, then we've gained our reward in full. In other words, if you want people's attention, yeah, you've got it now. You've let them all know. If you want people to think you're super godly, well done. People know how godly you are because you complained about your starvation from fasting. But it's not going to do anything to strengthen our relationship with God. Jesus, in fact, goes to great lengths to tells us to go to great lengths so that people don't even know we're fasting. And then God will reward us. And that's Jesus' third point here. God will reward us when we fast in secret. What does this mean? Well, I think the reward is a deeper love for and knowledge of God. Because to fast is to starve the flesh to feed the spirit. And it's a spiritual discipline that's pretty much obsolete today. I'm not very good with fasting, but I think it's an awesome discipline. It's something that I'm keen to get into more, but I won't be telling you about it when I do. Because if we abstain from food, we show to ourselves that nothing else sustains us like He does. We prove to ourselves that God is really all we need. Now, there's nothing wrong with food. It's a gift, but we must not be mastered by it. We must be able to live without nothing but God. And in a world of excess, we may look like fools. But if we fast, if we deny ourselves food for a time, we're showing submission to God. And we are showing that He is the only thing that controls us. And the ensuing reward when we do this is that we will know God to be the one who fills us, the one who completes us, who nourishes us. We'll grow in hunger for Him and grow in our experience of His love and presence in our life. So as you go today, I want you to consider how you may be able to incorporate fasting into your life. Take time to abstain from food to focus on God in prayer and see your love and reliance on Him grow. God bless.